I went through the wrong adolescence in the right way. By age 16 in 1974, I stood barely 5'5", an impressive 100 pounds. Yeah, this was long before I started working with weights. While I had the spirit of an explorer, the wilderness I explored was the wilderness outside our back door. The only thing I climbed were fences I hurdled to put distance between me and the local motorized rednecks who pursued me because I was so offended. I couldn't help it. It was my messed up genes, and I had only the slightest glimpse of a clue how messed up they were. It was a problem. Guys would get ready to meet a cute little blonde, and they'd find me. The results were rarely good. I heard Lou Reed's Walk on the Wild Side in the King Slowly. At age 11, I read a short piece about an intersex person a century earlier who lived phases of their life as either a man or a woman, and were found in the end to present both. These songs and that history resonated with me like a dart hitting a bullseye. My best friend had been my lover for over a year at this point. Our relationship would continue for another 2 years before ending when it was time to grow more serious. We thought we kept our relationship hidden, but nothing about me was easy to hide. I had curly blonde locks that hung almost down to my waist, and did reach my waist if you pulled them straight. My skin was smooth and hairless. I had great legs I never needed to shave. The only time anyone ever saw them was when I wore cutoffs in the summer. By my 16th year, I could threat assess a group of guys the moment I saw them, and know the potential exits and possible weapons of self-defense. In the summer of 1974, my father took me on a fishing trip, something we loved to do together. We were near the west coast of the state, much further north in the lower Mitten. We were driving through a small town when my dad stopped at a diner and bar for lunch. It was the only place to stop for lunch in this town. My dad opened the door for me. As I walked in, the conversation fell silent and all eyes turned to look at me. Oh, shit. My dad was oblivious. A waitress led us to a table. I made sure I got the gunfighter's chair. Guys continued to give me looks. Some of them were beginning to furrow their brows. I acted casual while remaining alert. I don't even remember what we ate. I kept the knife and fork handy. I ate fast and prepared to be gone before anyone could start trouble. I don't think my dad had a clue what was going on in that bar. Who knows? We could have bonded in a bar brawl. Honey, I was no brawler at this time. I was a girl who wanted to see my next birthday. It wasn't until many years later, decades even, before I was ready to defend myself in a hand-to-hand fight. As I studied to be a geologist, I buffed up so I could explore the wilderness, climbing cliff faces and even some mountains, slogging through streams, spelunking, taking samples from active calderas. In 1974, I was far from Laura Croft. Hell, there were no female role models like Laura Croft. We left that bar without drawing a comment from any of the locals, who remained silent and watchful until we were gone. After that little visit, I knew there was a large portion of this country where I was not safe. It was a segment of the country I'd grown up around, but it was not for me. I was the outside. That is the closest the story will come to a happy ending. I survived. There would be times when I would have to fight. There were essays and long periods of abstinence in the 80s and early 90s, punctuated by anonymous encounters with guys. I got an HIV test around 94, 95. Thank the Davy, it was negative. For me, on that summer day in 1974, this was a win. The locals in the bar were kind enough not to do more than stare. Before the turn of the millennium, I treasured every moment of existence as a victory in itself. I knew I was a freak, and I was proud of it. I still am. Nowadays, when people look at me, men and women, they love what they see. Is it convoluted to say that now, in the darkest depths of the orange shit skunk regime, I feel the safest I've ever felt outside of the wilderness? It is true. I have never felt as safe and seen as I do now. I have found that when you look at the world through eyes of love, the world tends to favor you, even in the toughest, most trying moments.